what a nice story. What a nice story. That just makes me want to go there. Case in point, that's what this Magic Minute is all about. If you are a buyer, should you write a lovingly dripping letter to a company or offer to see if your offer is accepted? And it is a resounding yes. And I'm going to go over the techniques in 1 second, right after this. So being a buyer's agent is a very, very skillful job because it's not just figuring out the right price to offer, it's doing the contingencies, it's making sure the loan's good, that you have the down payment and all of these other things. But in a super competitive market, such as what we're in right now, you also have to add to your offer wallpaper, which is the love letter to the house. So I'm talking about residential real estate here because most sellers have lived in that home for a long time. They've raised their kids. They've got happy memories. Auntie Hilda used to come over for Thanksgiving, so every little corner means something to them. So what I've encouraged my buyers to do over the years is, if you're a buyer going into a house and you're really falling in love with it, pick out the obvious things that the seller has done to make it super personal. For example, what kind of wallpaper is in the master bedroom? How is little Johnny's room? Are there little things in the backyard that you can see that they've taken care over? And when you're sculpting, and I use that word very specifically, when you're sculpting and crafting your love letter to the seller, if you're a buyer, make sure you mention these things, such as, the moment we crossed the threshold, I had the "this is it" feeling. I knew that this house was meant to be ours. The details that you have done are exactly what we would want, and we're not going to change a thing. I love the red and white stripes that you did in your little boy's room. I love that you had a frog fountain in the backyard. I love that you used a super solid brass door knocker on your door. It reminds me of the brass door knocker I had on my door in Yorkshire in England that I used to bang on in those cold winters. And you evoke all these emotions, so when the sellers read it, they're like, oh, wow, this guy really, really wants it. He really, really wants it. So yes, I call it a love letter to the seller. These are really important. Lastly, I'll say this. I have seen sellers, once had a seller in Beverly Hills accept an offer that was $100,000 less than the other offer. It was a very expensive house because he had kids. He wrote this beautiful letter. You've got to include the photograph as well of you and the kids, or you and the dogs, or you in San Francisco, because it adds emotion and weight to your offer. Love letters, photographs can make all the difference between you getting the house and you not getting the house. Hope these tips make sense. That's it for another Magic Minute. This is Pete Lorimer here, signing out from PLG Estates in Studio City. Don't forget, you can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe. And until next time, I'm off with the angels.